Hello, and welcome to a gameplay presentation of Code Vein 2. I'm Dan Tack, a member of Bandai Namco Entertainment America, and today I'll be walking you through character creation, a taste of some of the characters you're going to meet along the way, exploration and the world, and an exciting look at the first major boss you'll face in the game. Without further ado, let's get into the action. So before we take you into the action proper, we've got to create a character. And Code Vein 2 features an extremely robust character creator suite of options. Right now we're looking at some of the presets that you can pick from, but you can create your character down to the last detail. Eyes, hair, scars, all kinds of different things that you can tweak and design to your exact specifications. But if you feel like just picking one of the presets and getting right into the action, you can do that too. As you can see, we have all kinds of different hairstyles, all kinds of different options for you to pick from. And you can spend a lot of time in this character creator. I know I have. And you can get things just right. You can spend hours in here if you want. But you can also just take a preset. The presets are also awesome, and they come with some really cool outfits. But you can, again, it's not just setting your makeup. It's not just setting your eyes. You're going to be picking your outfit completely. Hats, accessories, masks, capes, whatever you want. You know, they're all here from the very serious to the very goofy options. They're all available for you, depending on what you want to do. I mean, look at these hats. Look, I definitely want to go with, look at those ears. I want some of those. I'm getting a pair of those. So that's my character. But you can create yours however you like. And as you can see here, it extends to full outfits that you can have too. I'm thinking you might spend a lot of time in here if you're one of those players that likes to really customize your character. And if you don't, that's what the presets are for. Just grab and go. Once you've got your character set up to look at, you can change all these other aspects of it too, get the great screenshot, share it with your friends, and we're getting right into it.
Excellent. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance at last. All right then, I need you to wake up now. Ah, you've come too. As I feared, the memories may still take some time to return. Forgive me, I certainly didn't mean to startle you. My name is Lou Magmel. I am a revenant. Bear with me, for this may come as a shock. You have died once already. This is where I used a ritual to resurrect you. I gave half of my heart in order to restore yours. As a consequence, we now share the same heart, you and I. We are two lives intertwined as one. You seem well, all things considered. I'm glad. Do you think you can stand? There is someone that I'd very much like for you to meet. I know it's all new, but it's okay. You can trust me.
And just like that, we are off to the races. This is Lou. Lou is the first character in the game we're going to meet, and a character that's one of our companions. You'll encounter many of these over the course of the game. Lou is a Revenant who has a very, very special power in this game. In fact, the only Revenant that can control time. So this will be very important as we move through the game, her special ability. And like all companions, Lou will also travel with you and fight with you. Each companion has special abilities that they bring to combat, and you can also assimilate your ally for some extra bonus powers, but we'll talk about that later. For now, we've just started the journey here in Mag Mell, and we're going to be heading out into the world. So this island of Mag Mell is sort of a tutorial area for the player to get used to things before heading out into the greater world. So we'll get a taste of the action here.
Is the tower on the hill.
And you see we just picked up some flour there. You can find all kinds of useful consumables in the world that you can use to craft helpful tools and items. So obviously things like flour and other food items will help us make some tasty treats that might give us some bonuses, buffs, or healing.
Conventionally known as enchantments, curses, and the like.
Another world snuffed from existence. Luckily, the residents were all evacuated in time, thanks in no small part to your efforts. My name is Lavinia Rhoda. It is I who carries on the great Idris's mission and legacy. It is you, though, who must save the world of man.
So these Lavinia and Lou are basically going to be your companions here at the beginning here to get you through this, the concept of we're going to travel to the past to save the present, essentially. It's a Code Vein 2 hinges on time travel as a huge element of it. So basically we're going to go to the past to save the future, more or less. So that's very important here in establishing the plot. We've now entered a ruins area, which is sort of an introductory dungeon area. And here you're getting a quick taste of the combat. We're getting some blocking, some rolling. You can see these little slashes accumulate on the enemies there. Those are bleeds, and we can capitalize on that by attacking with the jail item, which will give us Ichor, which is the resource we're going to be using to facilitate our special attacks and special abilities. So it's very important in the pace of combat to put some slashes on the enemy and then essentially acquire them to keep your pool of resources high. With this introductory sword, we've got this nice little, as you can see, sort of a dash lunge attack, which can help us close the distance damage very quickly, get in and out of combat easily. It's a very useful introductory move that you'll have on your starting blade. As you can see, we're maneuvering around the enemy here, getting behind them, executing a nice little stagger and a crit attack. Those are going to do tons of damage. Great way to take out opponents. As you can see, in this smaller dungeon, there's still plenty of little items to find, consumables, and more important items as well. We're swapping here to a different weapon. So here we have the Statesman's Longbow. This is an awesome way to do damage at range and also fire at targets across that are too far for you to hit. This does consume the Ichor resource, so you'll have to be replenishing your supplies of that as you move through the game. This is actually in a side category of item called Bequeathed Forme. And there are different things that you can put in this slot other than the bow, but those are going to be kind of a surprise, so we're not going to tell you what the other ones are. But you'll see the bow used here. We can use it to take out this target at range, like so. And this is actually a very important map object that we've just destroyed, and it will unlock large chunks of the map for you to see in the overworld. And now we're going to skip ahead a little bit into the next section of the ruins. We're a bit deeper into this introductory dungeon down below. and we have swapped weapons to the bayonet. This is an interesting weapon archetype in the game. You'll find different varieties of this. It does allow for both ranged and melee combat, so you'll need ammunition to do the ranged, but it's got quite an interesting moveset, as you can see, in melee range as well. So this is a really cool sort of versatile playstyle that you can employ if you like bayonets. It's pretty useful here in this area here as we're trying to navigate these narrow corridors and two ranged enemies that are shooting us from afar. So the bayonet will let us shoot back, as well as get in their face. So depending on how you like to play, the bayonet might be a great option. There's multiple options for you to check out as you go through the game, different archetypes. Of course, the bayonets, again, they do need ammunition, so we might have to reload here soon. As you can see there. And as you can see, Noah, our companion Noah, is talking to us right now, but you don't see him on the screen. That's because he's currently assimilated. So in this game, you're going to have a partner or a companion, but you can choose whether that companion is active and out on the field, or you're basically assimilating them to tap into their powers. So we're getting some bonuses, as you can see reflected at the bottom of the screen. We're being buffed by Noah right now, even though he's not out on the field. So if you like to play solo, or if you like to play with a companion, you can fit the playstyle to that. And now we've moved a little further along in the ruins. We're using the runic blades. Quite an unusual weapon, as you can see, sort of hovering behind us. It's a very unique playstyle and very different than a lot of the other melee weapons in the game. And as you can see, the bow can come in handy in combat as well with a quick flip. And we're going in there. There we go. And yeah, in these ruins, again, lots of little things to pick up as you go through. So here we are. Now we're heading to the first major boss of the game. And as you can see, we've got our partner Noah with us to help on this fight. He'll be trying to take some of the boss's attention, doing some damage. Every partner has their own special abilities and attacks that they bring to the table. So really handy to have during these big boss battles. But of course, you're still going to have to be doing quite a bit of dodging, blocking, getting in there, and learning the boss moveset as well. You can see we've accumulated quite a few bleeds on the dejected assailant here. So once you've got an enemy nice and bleeding like that, you can capitalize on that with the jail item, which we haven't talked about a whole lot. This is an auxiliary weapon type, and it comes in different forms. So you'll probably see one of them coming up here as we capitalize on what we've done to him. Getting some heals in. And of course, you're going to want to keep your Ichor high so you can continue to use your special abilities and powers, which will make a big impact in fights like this. You can see we've got a stagger on there. Now we're going to execute an attack with our jail. It gives you an AoE attack, sort of a cone attack in front of you. And of course, you'll crit with the jail as well anytime you've staggered an opponent. So here we're moving into Phase 2. As you can see, our boss has kind of lost his head. There was a cinematic here involved with the Phase 2 transition, but we're keeping that out so we can keep it a surprise later. But with that, he's gained new abilities as he's now holding his head, and he has a whole new moveset due to that. And you'll see here we're getting in there with that slash. The starter sword only has one special attack, but it's still very useful. Here we're charging up our jail. Look at that. Getting in with the jail can attack by itself as well, so a nice little spinny scythe attack there with the Reaper jail. And the jails come in different flavors, so depending on your playstyle, you'll pick one that fits the situation. Got the boss back in the corner here, doing some really, really great damage. Of course, with his head now on his arm, he's got all kinds of different attacks, including head lasers, which you never want to mess with. Ooh, this isn't looking very good. Oh, well, that was a really good attempt. Didn't quite make it. Thanks for joining us today for this taste of Code Vein 2's gameplay. Stay tuned for our social channels for exciting news and updates on the game. Code Vein 2 releases on January 30th, 2026, and is available for pre-order right now. Thanks for joining us today, everybody.